Hi, I'm Debi Mazar, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.
Hi, this is Jeffrey Gurian from Comedy Matters TV, and we're here at the Javits Center during Comic-Con for the MTV screening of Good Vibes. It's their new animated show, and it's really phenomenal. It's really funny. We're here with Debi Mazar and Josh Gad and Adam Brody, and a lot of fun people, so stay tuned and check it out. Comedy Matters TV.
And I'm going to read you a little description of what they say it is, and I'm going to tell you what I think it is. It's a half-an-hour coming-of-age comedy. Follows transplanted Jersey boy Mondo, voiced by Josh Gad, and his best bud Woody, voiced by Adam Brody, as they surf the biggest waves, hit the wildest parties, and chase the prettiest girls in Playa del Toro, a colorful California beach community.
Mondo, wake up! Ugh, talk about a crack of dawn.
Are you just getting home? You smell like Old Spice and balls.
Why don't you get a feel for our new town? I met a lot of potential uncles for you. We've been here 3 days. We haven't been to the beach yet.
I don't fit in here. Your palms are wet.
First of all, I got to tell you guys, I loved the show. Absolutely loved the show. It was phenomenal. It crossed all age barriers, obviously, all boundaries. I was laughing my ass off. I really thought it was really fun. And I'm a comedy writer, and you know, in the comedy world, you don't really laugh at stuff.
Right.
I was laughing out loud.
You've usually seen it all if you're a comedy writer. It takes a lot to impress you.
Yeah, like, you know, when you first start out, you think people are going to laugh, and then they're like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very funny.
That's
I'm
clever.
hysterical.
Oh, yeah, you did one of those twistings at the end. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and you know, so how did you get involved with the show?
I was really lucky. David Gordon Green and Brad and Mike Clements, they created this show. They did a 7-minute presentation pilot for Fox, which Fox didn't pick up in their infinite wisdom. And it sat for a while. And then MTV saw it and said, hey, this is for us. And at that point, David was directing one film after another. And they thought of me. I had known about the project for a while, and I was able to kind of step in and take over the role as a showrunner, and then take the world that they had built and kind of expand on it. Fill it out with extra characters, build all the stories, put a writing staff together.
But he's like born to be the head writer on this. Tom's from Bayonne, New Jersey. He has grew up with a single mom. Like this is a story of Tom, and now he's a West Coast guy, surfer, living in Venice. So yeah, we were so lucky to have Tom step in as a showrunner.
That's awesome. Now, showrunning is an interesting thing. You have to have a show on the air, right? Or have had a successful show to be a showrunner. Is that it?
Someone has had to give you the job before. It doesn't necessarily have to be successful. My first showrunning job was something called Men Behaving Badly with Rob Schneider many years ago, and we went a season and a half, I think. But the fact that someone at one time saw me as a showrunner, that helps you from then on.
But he's been a staff writer on Simpsons, Critic. He was on Simpsons, Critic. What other shows?
Sports Night, Home Improvement. I've written and directed a bunch of films as well.
Isn't it nice though when someone else talks about you? It's so much easier than talking about
Let me talk about these guys. Ask me questions about these guys.
Can you tell me how you got involved in the show?
I just got a script and auditioned for Lonnie, the character who lives in a van. Yeah.
Oh, that's a great character.
Yeah. So yeah, sort of a character I wouldn't really get to play, and went an audition, and then we did the Fox version. We did a small presentation for Fox, and then a year. How long did we wait before we did it? Like a year and a half.
Like official green light to go forward.
Yeah.
That's great. And how did you get involved?
The kernel of the idea actually started with me and Mike Clements. We had a development deal with Warner Brothers where we were just pitching ideas, and the simple premise of Superbad at the beach was the kernel of the idea. And we kind of went the opposite way of the way shows are normally developed. Usually you have a script and writers coming up with the characters and the premise first, and then the art comes. We actually started with the art. So I drew the characters and kind of came up with the basic framework of the show just visually, and then we got David Gordon Green to like blow that out into like three-dimensional characters and he came up with the personalities, the names, he added all kinds of great characters. So it's like building a robot from the outside in. Like I kind of came up with a shell and he made it like move.
That's a very cool visual. I wish you guys luck. Wish you the best with the show. It's fabulous.
you.
Best of luck. Mike, congratulations.
Hey, thank you very much. It's nice to be here. So I
Yeah.
saw you in the front row, and I was very pleased to see you laughing. It was fun to hear an audience, hear an audience laughing for the first time.
Yeah.
The first time we've ever screened it, so it was exciting.
How'd you get involved in the show?
I'm a producer, and we made a deal with Brad Abelson, who's a great and very talented animator from The Simpsons, and we developed this idea and turned it over to David Gordon Green to help us create it, and he brought these great characters to life. And you were asking some questions in there, and I think there was a very obvious way to go with this show, and I think hooking up with people like David Green and Tom Brady really kind of helped us do something unique with a tried and true concept. So it was exciting.
And the cast is great too. Did you have anything to do with the cast?
We just had all these great actors wanting to come in, and I think having David Green attached really got people interested in it that may not have otherwise looked at a cartoon, and we just lucked out with this amazing cast, and look at them all now. I mean, look at Josh Gad. He's, the toast of Broadway.
The Book of Mormon, yeah. I mean, who thought?
We all went last night. We took the whole group. Yeah, it was expensive, but it was to get all 8 of us there, but it was worthwhile. It was great.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with this show. I think it's going to be a big hit. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Watch the show. It was really great. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
So I'm here with David Gordon Green, the creator of the new MTV hit. Can I call it a hit?
Oh, it hadn't come out yet, so don't jinx us. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, the potential hit. Good vibes, man. I thought it was great.
Well, that's good. That's the point. Hopefully, this is something people tune into and have a good time watching.
Comedy should always be funny, right? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm into some pretty dark stuff, so you don't want to ask me that question.
That's true.
Suicide's hilarious, right? No?
It could be. Yeah, as a hobby,
Yeah.
perhaps. Well, I want to congratulate you on the show. First of all, as a writer, I'm assuming you're also a writer.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Right.
How does that feel, seeing people respond to your stuff and getting a show, from your mind to the screen is a huge accomplishment.
Sure, it's been a long process, but we've really put together a great group of collaborators, from the writers to the voice talent and the animators and everybody that's really come together and worked really hard to make something that we're ultimately really proud of. So it's been an evolution, it's been a process, and I couldn't be happier with where we landed. So now the hope is that we are the hit show, that we do have that word of mouth that people tell their friends about and they quote and buy T-shirts of, and it'd just be fun to For me, it's always fun to see if you can put your fingerprint on culture a little bit. And so I just want to get in and hit the beach with that show and dance a little bit.
Well, congratulations
Like
to
your
you. I like your hair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We're giving that New York look today for a
Absolutely.
windy day.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know.
We're like
the
wind
weather-
blown already.
The weather has been messing with my hair. It's but your hair looks perfect. What do you use on your hair to keep it so nice?
Oh, you want my beauty secrets?
Well, maybe I could use it too.
Actually, a hairdresser did my hair today,
Oh, yeah?
and he's using Pantene. I like to use drugstore stuff. I don't want to spend $50 on a bottle of shampoo or conditioner.
I agree. Yeah.
So, and it's all the same crap anyway, as you know. So Pantene. Go
I just
figure.
use a lot of spray, but as soon as I hit the street, the moisture,
Jeffrey, you know
frizzy.
what you need? You know what you need? You need olive oil.
Olive oil.
That's what you need. You need extra virgin olive oil. You take a little bit in your hair, put it through your ends. You can put a bag on it and stay home and have a fabulous conditioning treatment.
Really?
But honestly,
Olive
if you put a little olive oil,
Because it's so messed up.
No, it's not. Leave it. It looks
really?
great.
Yeah, thank you.
No, it's great.
Hey, listen, she said my hair looks good for Comedy Matters TV viewers. Debi Mazar.
I mean, if you had boring hair, would you want to watch?
Absolutely,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
absolutely. So, you managed to take a cartoon character and make it so sexy. I mean, it's drawn sexy, but if I was a kid, even as an adult, I was really drawn to her. That was incredible.
Good. Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
I was drawn to her too when I saw her. She has incredible breasts.
Like Sofia Vergara, she looked like to me.
Right.
But it was
I know.
a mix
We all
between
want-
Debi Mazar and Sofia Vergara.
Well, thank you, but I don't have hips. So the fact that I had this little tiny waist, which I do have, and those hips, I was in heaven. You could buy things, but you cannot buy hips.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true. You never hear of a hip implant.
No hip implants.
No
you can get a
implant.
hip replacement, but you can't buy hips.
You get bust implants, all the other
You can
stuff,
get
but
all
never
that other
hips.
stuff, but never hips. And that's the only thing that I really could use. So what I do is I just wear a belt and make it look like I have hips.
Well, listen, no matter what part you play, I always think of you as Shauna from Entourage. You played the most amazing part in that show. What was
Thank
that like for you, being on Entourage?
Well, Entourage was great. She's such a fabulous character to play. She's strong. She's maternal. I felt like she was the voice of reason to some of that whole Hollywood bullshit. And I really miss playing her because she's a lot of fun. Doug Ellen's a great writer, and shot in LA. It's very true to that kind of moment. And
were you part of it from the first season on for the whole show?
Yeah,
You were. That's what I thought.
I was there in the beginning. Yeah.
So it must have been really sad when you guys closed, right? When you ended.
Yes and no. I mean, I could play Shauna for the rest of my life and kind of jump in there and play her. But it's one of those things where we may do a movie. I'm hearing a little buzz on that. Okay. All good things come to an end at some point.
Exactly, and it's good to go out on top, for sure.
Right? Yes,
and you guys
true.
totally did that. You went out on top.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy doing this animation? Because I
loved it. I really loved it. I mean, for me, I was I walked into a room. I've gone in on some voiceover things before. I never really had momentum booking them. I'm the kind of person that I'll call 411 to get a phone number, and they're like, "Excuse me, I don't mean to be rude, but are you that actress Debi Mazar?" And I have a very distinctive voice. I thought, why am I not getting more work? So when I went into this particular audition, I just had fun with it. And what's so amazing is to be around all these great voiceover actors who are mind-blowing to watch them go in and out of a voice seamlessly. And also for me, just to be free, in a booth. I get to go to work, no makeup, no wardrobe. I could be naked for that matter, and just, act up a storm and not be embarrassed, because you can't be too over the top. You have to be over the top. Mm-hmm. So it's just a lot of fun.
Well, I just want to thank you so much. I've met so many people. I was really excited to meet you today. I think you're fantastic.
I wonder you were sitting in the front row. He's got a good look. What's he up to?
People are telling me I'm a
New Yorker, in your voice.
Yeah, absolutely, a born and bred New Yorker.
Right on.
Yeah, thanks so much. It was great to meet you.
Likewise.
I'll see you. How you doing, Adam?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Congratulations on this new show. It was really, really funny.
Thanks. Yeah, that was the first time for me seeing the pilot as well. I really enjoyed it.
What's the name of your character?
Woody Stone.
You play the skinny guy with the big blonde afro, right?
Yep.
His best friend, Mondo's best friend.
And the penis nose.
Yeah, and the penis nose. How much, if anything, did you have to do with that particular character, or just doing the voice?
Oh yeah, I mean, I just did the voice, and then I think they already had an idea of what he looked like before, if not knew exactly what. If not, I think they might have even known exactly what he looked like before. So, no, I just voiced him, and they had a picture of him, I think, when I auditioned, and I sort of shaped the voice to try and fit the description that was already there.
Now, how would you relate to a guy who didn't fit in? You look like a guy who did fit in.
No, I mean, I don't think anyone really fits. I don't think few people are truly that confident. And no, I mean, today as well as high school, I have plenty of moments where I of self-loathing, awkwardness, feel like an outcast. It's something that I think we can all sort of identify with pretty easily. And no, in high school, I wasn't like a leper, but I wasn't prom king either. And I, even though I don't look like him that much now, I actually looked like my character in high school.
Good, I'm great. Thank you.
Good. Congratulations on this role. It's really, really fun.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm having a blast. It was my first time seeing the pilot today, and it really played great. So I'm very excited.
I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
Also, I'm glad I got to see you today because I missed you at Story Pirates.
Oh yeah, well that was a lot of fun and for a great cause. Yeah, I mean that was a blast.
Have you been involved with Story Pirates before?
No, that was my first time, and I know that my boss, Jon Stewart, has very, very deep admiration for it, and so I kind of got involved in it, and I think it's great.
Yeah, and he's an old friend of mine, he and John Oliver, and so I was there, and I was talking to him, and you made your way down the red carpet and wound up in the green room or in the private room before I got a chance to talk to you. So I'm glad to see you today. Congratulations on Mormon. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, we're really to this day we're just amazed, surprised, overwhelmed by the incredible feedback and response we've received.
Did you ever think that it would be so huge?
No, I didn't. I thought it was going to be special. I thought it was groundbreaking, but I didn't expect this kind of pop cultural sensation that it's become, and I'm as I said, I'm pretty overwhelmed by the response.
How did you wind up in Good Vibes? How did this happen? How did it come about?
Yeah, I auditioned early on for David Gordon Green, and from the minute I auditioned, he's like, that is the guy. He's just, and I think I do have a lot in common with Mondo, so it was kind of a perfect fit.
I think every guy has a lot in common with Mondo. Don't you agree?
I mean, we've all grown up with those awkward moments in our lives where we fall in love with somebody and we kind of present ourselves in a very embarrassing manner, and I think that it's a coming of age story, and I think it's something that's very relatable.
And if high school was the best time in your life, you should probably kill yourself, right? Because high school,
yeah,
in high school.
Yeah. I mean, it was definitely full of great moments, but also a lot of moments I wish I could go back and go, oh, what was I thinking?
I understand you became a dad recently. Congratulations on that. What's that like? It's wild, right?
Life-changing. My daughter is my world, and it really has changed my life in the best way possible.
Well, I'm glad to have had a chance to meet you. Thank you so much for this.
Hey, this is Mike Clements, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.
I'm Adam Brody, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.
Hi, this is Josh Gad, and you're watching Comedy Matters TV.